Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios, this is the Agenda Yours Please Omnibus Special for Matariki.
Yours Please! Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Happy Matariki, Mashi.
Yeah, happy Matariki to you. All week people have been asking us, AG Lane, boys, at the ACC, how are you going to celebrate Matariki? And we've been saying, you
Yours
wait.
Please.
You wait.
Yeah.
And now we're here, and people are going to see that we're doing a Yours Please special, which is only right, isn't it?
Did you get up early this morning and watch the sunrise and spot the Matariki stars?
Yeah, this is the holiday, isn't it, where I go down the end of the drive and stand at the mailbox and salute?
No. That's Anzac Day. That's Gallipoli.
Right, well, that was pointless. But
was anyone else standing out in the driveway?
No, I did think that was weird that no one else was
mixed
out.
up with that.
Okay. Well, that's for next time. So what are you supposed to do?
I actually don't know. I think go out and look at the stars.
You
look at the stars.
Some hot water
look at the stars. I mean, look. At the end of the day, it was a way for Labor to buy votes. Really, they said we're going to have another public holiday. I went, fuck yeah, I'll vote for you. And I'm all for it.
We're getting political.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it as well.
I mean, this is a message to any politician.
Yeah.
Announce another public holiday, and you've got my vote. Okay.
Put it on the Monday after Matariki, and you get twice as likely to have mine.
Hundy P, make something up.
A midwinter holiday is actually all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought for the longest time that we should just try and cram all of our long weekends into summer weekends.
No, it's good to break it up.
Yeah, it is.
Good to
anyway,
break it up.
how many yours places have we got to get through
I think we've got about 10 to get through today.
Okay.
Obviously, this is the Omnibus. We can't get through all of your yours pleases throughout the week during the agendas. And you take the time to send us a message, and the least we can do is take the time to play them out. Let's go. First one, yours, please.
Hey, g'day, cunts.
G'day, mate.
Hey, just listened to Ben Hurley yesterday from a bit of a catch-up, and he's talking about how he's never happy, and being a Warriors fan and a New Zealand cricket fan.
Yeah.
And so it got me thinking, like, if you were to take an all-time table, Mash, can you get your little fingers onto this and go research something for me? If you were to get an all-time table from 2000, would the Warriors be sitting at about 9th, needing 2 wins from their last 5 games and failing to do it?
Yeah, he was referencing when we talked to Ben Hurley, and we're not unhappy as kind of Warriors fans and Black Caps fans. We're just on edge because we've been hurt so badly. Yeah. And being a Black Caps fan, you'd celebrate the wins hard. But there was a pretty dark times during the 90s and early 2000s. That's when I think we're unhappy. We're just damaged.
What's he asking us to do there, literally, though?
Go back to the year 2000, did he ask for? See where the Warriors were coming?
Okay, if we calculated
and they needed
fixture from...
And they needed to win 2 of the last 5. So he's a deep cut there.
Okay, right.
Basically, it's that the Warriors, on average, from 2000 would be sitting at 9th, needing 2 wins off the last 2 games to get in the finals. And miss out.
And they've done it. Oh, and they haven't done it. Yeah,
okay, right.
I think we've done enough to make the top 8 already. I think now the argument is top 4.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Okay, great correspondence there. Thank you for
that. You sounded like that was coming live from Perth or potentially Brizzy.
Yeah, and there was a rolled R on Hurley, wasn't there?
Oh, do you think he was like a hybrid Southland Australian?
Can you play that again, please, Joe?
Hey, g'day, cunts. Hey, just listened to Ben Hurley yesterday.
You see that Hurley?
From a bit of a catch-up, and he's talking about
but he's got a twang.
He's never happy, and being a Warriors fan and a New Zealand cricket
It's definitely
fan.
an Australian accent.
And so it got me thinking.
I mean, we might be focusing on the wrong thing here, but
anyway, okay, well,
that is definitely a hybrid.
I've never heard an Aussie Southlander.
No.
We're rolling our R's.
Yeah, straight from Invercargill to Perth.
Anyway, next one, yours, please.
Hey boys, Simon from the GC here.
G'day, Simon.
I loved the GC draft. It was great. G Lane's yours was quite concerning, actually.
Yeah, that was.
But loving a draft. How about a wounded draft? Plenty to choose from.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it up, boys. Doing a good job.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That was our dude draft we did last week.
Yeah, we had a good time with that, didn't we?
Shit, I got some blowback on the Vici one.
Yeah, well, you look.
I wanted a feisty conversation. Imagine a dinner party where you got Veach and Dika.
Yeah.
And Dika just telling Veach how he's blew his chance in his career. And Veach hit him back saying, shut up, you ball.
You're a dynamics guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I was looking for some spice in the dinner.
You're looking to spectate.
And hopefully Baz would bring them together. And maybe Baz can put his arm around Vici and just, come on, mate.
Yeah, sort your shit out.
Stop kicking people down the fucking stairs and shit. So maybe, that was why. But I got a lot of kickback from people saying, how do you do that? I was like, it's hypothetical, guys. It was hypothetical.
But you can see why I went for art green now in hindsight.
Oh, yeah, but you were going elsewhere with that. I know what you were doing.
Next one, quick.
Yeah,
yours,
I know. Well, should we do the Wounders one next week with Mania?
Yeah, great show.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah, just to jump on the punishing Super Rugby chat.
Yes.
I joined a
we're
fantasy league with some mates. We all agreed to be a $50 buy-in paid to the winner.
Yep.
I happen to win.
Yes.
I've only had one guy pay me so far.
This happens.
How do you recommend I go about nudging everyone to remunerate me?
Yes. Big mistake. Get the money up front. So that's the big mistake because that's the classic. Matt Heath used to do this in the office, and you go around the sweepstake for Melbourne Cup. He'd go, "I'll take 5 horses."
Yeah.
And we go, "That's $20." And he goes, "Yeah, I'll pay you later." And then if his horse wins or something, then he takes the difference and he gives you back the 20, but he doesn't give you the 20.
Yeah, so he's not paying any money either way.
No.
The only thing that he is doing is possibly winning some money.
Correct.
Yeah.
So and then
I've seen this
afterwards-
so many
yeah.
times before. You need a treasurer, don't you? You need a treasurer on board early.
Yes.
And you've got to pay money directly to the treasurer.
Yeah, and you need an escrow account. The thing no one can touch.
You do.
Yeah.
You
So
can invest during the season as well in some sideline stocks if everyone agrees, but you've got to have all the money in the same place at the beginning of the season.
Just search escrow, do that, just set up that. A little bit expensive, but usually for major deals.
Yeah, you
major kind of company.
3-4% of this going to get knocked off the top of that.
Correct, by a law firm. But but it's important. Otherwise, this guy you're going to get stuck like this guy.
Because I think
no one's going to pay.
This guy is fucked. He's not getting it. I'm sorry, mate, but you're not getting
You're done.
the money.
Because I guarantee a couple of his mates gave up mid-season as well.
Yes, it
Saw
always
them,
happens.
And they go,
in
"No,
those-
I'm not doing this."
yeah,
And then I'm
fantasy
not
leagues.
paying you, mate. I didn't even do the last 4 rounds. And that's on you. So you got to get them pony up front before they're even allowed in the draft.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got before any move is made in a fantasy league, you've got to make sure the money's been paid. Otherwise, though, balaclava and a baseball bat 3 a.m.
It's a bit extreme, but yep.
Yeah, get it, fellas. Listen
mate.
to the Omnibus. Great one. Talking about things you can do to emasculate someone else. Forget sharpening knives. Forget bloody
logs.
Putting a log on the fire.
Yeah.
Teach their kids how to ride a bike.
Okay.
Teach their son how to kick off a tee.
That is quite a good one.
You can never
That
take that
is a
back.
good one.
Haroot, fuck the Chiefs.
You were doing so well till you got there.
Did he also say teach someone else's son how to kick off a tee?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's
I tell you
good.
what, spiral punt.
Yeah, just teaching someone else's kid to do anything.
Fishing.
Yeah. Oh.
Fishing's quite good. How to fillet a fish. Now, if you taught someone else's kid how to fillet a fish...
If my son comes back and says, Uncle Lane's taught me how to fucking fillet a fish, I'm ending.
You're done.
I'm done.
You're done.
I'm no longer parenting.
You're done, mate.
Yeah,
I mean, there's all
that would
sorts.
kill me.
There's all sorts of things. Yeah, that would you'd go, okay, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's heaps of stuff that I'd want other people to teach my kids. Driving, for example.
Yeah.
I don't want to get behind the wheel with any of my children.
That's your kid specific,
Yes.
though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other things I'd like people to step up to, and there's other things I wouldn't. Like, I would have preferred someone else to teach my kids how to wipe their ass.
Yeah. That's fair.
But I had to do it. I had to do that myself, which was disappointing. And
Yeah,
I wouldn't
you were
judge
gutted when you found out you had to parent, weren't you?
Oh, so disappointed.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Yeah, and what's annoying is it doesn't stop.
No?
Nah.
Well, what are you
No
dealing
one told
with
me
at the
that.
moment?
No one told me that.
Because your kids are currently in the upper decking phase,
I got
aren't they?
13. Oh, yeah, I got 13, 11, 8.
Which is a hell of a time.
Yeah.
And the two boys, no, you got a
Two boys
girl.
and a girl.
Yeah, okay,
girl in the middle.
Who's
the only one that loves-
causing you the most issues at the moment?
Well, they're not really causing me issues. It's just...
Did you say she's the only one you love?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I can
No. She's the only one that shows me any love.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the youngest one does a little bit. The 13-year-old, he can give or take me.
Yeah. Yeah, 13, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll come back in about 15 years, I'd say.
Do you know what was this is probably the most demasculating, speaking of demasculating. He's trying to get rid of his shoes. Like, he's trying to save up to buy an e-scooter or whatever. He's a madman. He'll kill himself on it. But he's trying to sell all his old... He started collecting, like, Air Jordans and Nikes and stuff. And they're quite good kicks.
The market is down at the moment.
The market is down. So he's overpriced them. No one wants to buy them. And I said, I'll take those ones off you for $30 or whatever.
Good man.
And he looked at me and went, they're not even going to fit you. And I was like, whatever, pass them over here. 2 sizes too big.
Well, have we touched on this before? Your feet get a lot of airtime, don't they?
So what I did,
ACC?
I grabbed his head, shoved it down the toilet, and bog washed him.
Yeah, just suck on that, you little fuck.
Suck on that, you little shit.
Next one, yours, please.
Just a note on the Crusaders struggling to sell out their stadium last couple of weeks. The weather has been a bit shit, which probably hasn't helped, but like all the uni students are in study breaks, so they're either fucked off home or they're doing a bit of study for the NEEKs, so that probably hasn't helped. Anyway, fuck the Crusaders, fuck Canterbury, up the mana.
Yeah, boy. But saying that, it was a pretty poor turnout in Hamilton for that Brumbies game as well.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a terrible turnout.
How many did they get? How many did they fit?
I think they sold out the Blues game because I think everyone wanted to see the Blues. But
but that also makes sense though, because you can drive from Blues fans. Not that there are that many. You can drive from Auckland down there and watch. So
I also think there's more to see.
Yeah, you're right.
You're seeing Jabba the Butt. You're seeing Bodie Barrett. So it was a pretty poor crowd in Hamilton. So, I mean, look, if it's not sold out in Christchurch, we've got an issue.
Yeah.
For the final, I haven't heard anything around the sold out sign coming out at that shitter.
No, I saw Izzy Dag talking on a competitor yesterday saying that it might have be close to selling out. But
if it doesn't, you've got some serious issues. But do students go to rugby? I don't know.
Especially not in Canterbury. It's not really as much of a thing. I understand that in Dunners it's about the only thing that you can do on a Friday night.
Yeah,
past 11 o'clock is drink at Forsyth Bar Stadium.
And if you're looking for a partner for the night,
I'll
tell you what, go to a Forsyth, go to the Sistema lunchbox.
Yeah, a couple of people wrapped up in a lovely little Spates onesie there for you.
Absolutely. Righto, next one, yours please.
Morning, fellas.
G'day,
Hey,
Nick.
I think about that Go the Fucking Warriors video quite often.
Oh no, I forgot we talked about those.
To save me the effort of delving into my fucking group chat from 5 to 10 years ago, can Mashy just leak it on Reddit somehow, or just post it on like the Warriors chat, or just post it straight to the ACC channel? Fucking why not? Anyway, get going.
Love you.
I want to try and whip it out one day. Don't know if the missus will like it, but anyway, love it.
So, he didn't get his fuckies in. I'm surprised it hasn't done the rounds again because there's a couple of videos that do the rounds regularly. One is Jason Hoyt cooked me some fucking eggs with Nadia Lim.
That's right.
That does the rounds because someone else will pick it up and go, I can't believe this happened on a talk show or whatever, thinking it's real, and it's usually out of America or something, and it comes back in. And the other one is the eating media lunch, Jeremy Wells farming Māori and Pakeha.
Yeah.
And then the market falling out of both of them, and then him then having a couple of hobby dwarves.
Yes, that's right.
And it's a country calendar.
Because he started with Pakeha, didn't he? And they were too needy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Māori bred too quickly, or something. It was something like that. Anyway, he got rid of them all, but too late. It's insane. If you want to see it, it's one of the funniest bit of satire because it's a piss take of country calendar, and it's got the voiceover and everything. And then, so those two videos, I reckon every 6 months they come back around and people are like shocked, and it's like it doesn't even go anywhere. I'm surprised this hasn't done the rounds. Again,
it's because I think it's because everyone secretly loves it. No one hates it. No one can get annoyed at it because it's love.
Yeah,
and it's sport, and it's grassroots. Just honesty.
Well, if you have, look, I've expunged it from all of my files because it's one of those things that you don't really want your kids while they're playing some sort of
you do have these
golf
issues.
Battle on my phone. Then you come out and then all I can hear is "Go the Warriors! Oh, the fucking Warriors!" If I hear that coming over the Bluetooth speaker, I'll fuck it out. It's some explaining to do.
I never want to hear you do that again. That was a lot, But I think that's why it doesn't do the rounds as much as things that people hate is because everyone, men and women alike, and everything in between, see that and go, "Fuck, I wouldn't mind being a part of something like that." Let's be honest.
Yeah, true. Radio, next one.
Right, I'm petitioning for fuck Sean Johnson. Stood his up. He's a top fucking Warriors man, but does everyone just seem to forget? Did he not fuck off to the Sharks to win a premiership with them? A team that was going to pay him well? That's not very fucking loyal to the Warriors, is it? Or do we just forget about that? He's a top bloke. Fuck Sean Johnson.
It's controversial, but look, he was a busy man. He wasn't the only. We weren't the only media outlet he stood up.
You know how people make brave stances against things, like homophobia, G Lane, and things that require.
Why do you look at me like that? I'm
things that require making brave stances on. There's a slight bit of sarcasm in that because I always think that whoever is making brave
luxury beliefs.
It's a very luxury belief thing. Yeah. But this is the definition of a brave take. Like if we come out there and go, "Hey, fuck Sean Johnson" as a unit, I think we're going to have to be very careful. Don't get me wrong, a lot of truth in what he said there.
around the Sharks
carry on, standing us up, all this kind of gear.
Yeah, but he came back and he came back stronger and better.
But fuck Sean Johnson feels like something that might hinder us more than help us.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good campaign slogan.
It's definitely not a great campaign slogan.
No.
Okay, so maybe we can look, if there's somewhere in between, love Sean Johnson and fuck Sean Johnson, I'm happy to land in some kind of median there.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean,
we can brainstorm this. It doesn't have to be a decision we make today.
Well, I think we probably can.
I think
we're not going to go the FU SJ route.
Yeah,
because it's not. First of all, that's not us, and we don't actually believe that way.
No.
And also, he's potentially putting you through a training session in a couple of weeks.
Oh yes. Hang on.
So he is a great New Zealander. If he's going to spend time putting you and Mania through a Warriors training session, then he's a friend of mine.
Yep. Well, all I'm saying is I hope he gives that more energy than he did the media car wash here at NZME.
That's true. Okay, next one.
Cheers, mate.
My name is Blake Dawson, and I too just realised about 5 years into sending these fucking messages that there is an agenda channel, not just a general ACC channel. I got another bloke the other day. But also, on the back of Tuesday's chat, I agree with Finn. Where the fuck are all these stories coming from, Lane? Where have they been?
I know.
I need more of them.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. This is exactly what I needed to get me through my Tuesday Arvo. Dad will hump day. Give me a hump.
There's been an uprising G Lane saying now that after hearing that you partook in organising the FIFA Club World Cup that happened the best part of a couple of decades ago.
Hung out with Lionel Messi.
Yep, hung out with Messi and then almost killed Lewis Hamilton. That
I didn't almost kill him. He may have crashed as a result of my course design.
And in the same kind of moment, you also removed a historical bench that was parked outside.
That Victorian era bench.
Yeah, that had
with an angle grinder.
And then
I've never used an angle grinder before.
That was go back the following day and spot weld it back into place.
Yes, with a lovely Polish handyman. I didn't do it myself. I had to get this Polish handyman to come and help me.
Anyway, we're not here to retell the story. What we're here to say is that there's been an uprising from, a subgroup of listeners that saying now, I think we're actually focusing on the wrong thing here at the agenda. We should sidestep from sport adjacent content and just focus on G Lane's previous
career stories.
Escapades.
Yeah, I got quite a few. Quite a few, especially from the Middle East. I can't believe I didn't get thrown out of the Middle East, but I dodged the police a couple of times.
Yep. See, this is all the kind of stuff we don't have time for today, but we do need to get to because people deserve to hear it.
Let's just say, if a local Emirati child is playing music too loudly from his iPhone, don't go over, pick his iPhone up and chuck it in the pool and tell him to grow up, okay? Because especially if you don't know how that kid's potentially linked into the authorities.
Jesus.
Let's just say I hid under the house.
Okay, we're going to come back to that story on Monday. Anyway, next one, yours, please.
I'll sell some G-Man stories.
Wait, no, I don't want G-Man stories. I want to figure out how you got fucking... Why were you picking on kids and do...
I wasn't.
Sorry.
He was being rude. And I was trying to teach him a lesson. He was being rude and disrespectful. I was trying to teach him a lesson. And if you've lived in the Middle East, that is a bad thing to do to local Emirati kids because they pretty much have more power than any Westerner there.
Get that.
No matter what age.
Printed on a T-shirt, for God's sake. Right, next one. Yours, please.
Yep.
You can clear your throat before you push record.
G Lane, would it kill you to give Mashy some Lemsip or something to clear his throat?
Yeah, there was another...
Sounds like he's got 6 weeks of phlegm at the bottom of his throat.
Yeah, that's true.
Love his fuckers.
Yeah, I had about a 3-week long case of COVID there for a while.
Yeah, because you were like that.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been... like a lot of that going on in the shower in the morning just to get it kind of loose and jiggled up.
Ooh.
Do you know what it actually is? I've had to get off the vapes.
AIDS. What? No.
I don't... No, just vapes, I'm pretty sure at this point.
Vapes.
But now you've said that, I am a little more concerned.
You have lost a lot of weight, because obviously the start of age, you look quite ripped. You lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You look pretty sharp. I mean, that's the rumour. The rumour before the 2015 Cricket World Cup was that Dan Vettori had AIDS because he was putting on a bit of weight, and then all of a sudden the World Cup came and he was skinny as a rake.
Yeah.
And I brought it up with him and he goes, meh, I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's not AIDS, this one.
You can live with AIDS now, though.
I'm just kind of going through the ringer at the moment because I'm getting off the nicotine and it's causing some real lung issues.
You want to get on the patches or something, or the chewing gum?
The patches could be a good go. No, but I think my lungs are getting rid of about 4 years of chemicals.
Okay.
So that's why I'm struggling. But I thought I was starting to sound a bit better now.
There is a massive cup of harden the fuck up here as well. You can take that.
I just want another vape, mate. That's actually what I want.
Get on the coffee or something. Just replace it with caffeine.
Yeah. Just wide the fuck up. Okay.
Yep.
Next one. Yours, please. Do we have another one? Last one.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey G Lane.
G'day,
As soon
mate.
as I heard that story about Lewis Hamilton pranging his go-kart in that London park, mate, I jumped straight onto YouTube. Sure enough, there it is, uploaded 17 years ago.
Yep.
And to be honest, I don't think you did too bad a job of that track.
Thanks.
Fast corners, fast straights, slow corners, mate, had it all. And yeah, I don't think you did too bad a job there.
Thanks,
Pretty
mate.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck the Chiefs.
Oh, okay, apart from the end bit. I thought I did a bang-up job on the course, and that's why I blame driver error. He took that chicane way too fast, and the barriers were around a tree. And so, I mean, he could have gone onto the tree if I hadn't put those barriers there. But, yeah, anyway.
Again, credit to Lewis Hamilton for showing up to a sponsor's event and going...
He was young.
I am going to be one of the best Formula 1 drivers this world's ever seen, and you think I'm just going to kind of joyride myself around a track?
He gave it some. Holy shit, he gave it some. When
Yeah,
he took off...
He's there to set a course
And you know
record.
what the funniest thing? He was racing against Kevin Peterson.
What the fuck?
And we had to fold Kevin Peterson into this go-kart because Lewis Hamilton's not a big man. Actually, all Formula 1 drivers are not big. I think Mark Webber was one of the bigger ones.
Right.
And even Daniel Ricciardo is one of the bigger ones. The rest of them are fucking midgets.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. And so Kevin Peterson turns up. First of all, we had to put him in a race suit, because they had all the McLaren race suits for them and stuff, because it was a McLaren Vodafone thing. And Lewis fitted his
How did we miss Kevin Peterson on the first telling of this story?
Yeah, sorry, I totally forgot. There was a lot going on this event. I stayed up all night putting this thing together because we were only allowed to park for like 12 hours beforehand. Anyway, Kevin Peterson turns up. And we're like, fuck, he's a lot taller.
As he does.
He's a lot taller than we thought because the Vodafone sponsored the English cricket team at the same time.
Is he about 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah,
he's a big boy,
big unit. And fuck, we squeezed him into this race suit. And then we said, you're gonna race Lewis in the go-kart. And he's like, I have to. And I was like, yeah, well, that's part of the deal, mate. And so he folded this poor bastard into this go-kart. And his legs were sticking out like V's out the sides. Like that. And we had an MC.
His head between his legs.
Yeah, we had an MC who was running it. And he lost his marbles in the middle of it. He called someone by a different name. I think he called Kevin Peterson someone else completely different. And I can remember on the radio one of the great lines from another guy just going, "Sniper one, take the shot." The poor guy's on stage just losing it with all his public. "Sniper one, take the shot." Arnie's lost it.
That's karma for all your faux pas behind the microphone, ground announcing for New Zealand cricket and other such events.
Yeah, that's true. They wouldn't let me behand the mic, obviously, for
no comment
obvious
on
reasons.
On the Victorian era bench, though, from that contributor?
No, well, that would have been a YouTube footage that probably, I'd say Vodafone would have released.
So the bench wouldn't have been there at that stage?
Vodafone internet. That's how long ago it was, 17 years ago. That was when you first got internet on your phone.
You telling me this, the reason I enjoy going back to this story is because it makes me feel nostalgic about just that time.
Yeah.
And everything that you referenced.
Before that, you had Blackberries. Remember Blackberries?
I do remember Blackberries.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
And then Vodafone. Was Nokia 210 before or after Blackberry? They had to be before, eh?
Yeah.
Because when that keyboard came out on the Blackberry.
Yeah.
With the individual buttons. Anyway. We're going to have to come back to that story again, I'm sure.
I'm glad someone corroborated my story.
So can we find that footage? I'll find that footage.
Yeah, find that footage on YouTube. Yeah. Because there is headlines. Also search headlines, Lewis Hamilton crashes go-kart. Because that was the headlines around the world. He just won the Canadian Grand Prix. And then I stitched him up in Brunswick Square.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, after this podcast closes, I'm going to go off and try and find everything I can on that event, and we'll put it up on our socials.
Yeah.
Okay. Thoughts and prayers to you, G Lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you enjoy your Matariki, and my one suggestion on Matariki is we should get rid of Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes and his dynamite in Parliament means nothing to anyone.
Yeah.
We reassign fireworks to Matariki. And have fireworks on Matariki weekend.
I like that.
For the 3 days of Matariki weekend, just let fireworks off till the cows come home. Forget Guy Fawkes. Also, it's darker earlier, so you can bang out your fireworks at 6 o'clock.
That's a great point.
Yeah, the kids can burn themselves and blow themselves up, and then you put them to bed because what happens in the summertime when you have to wait up till 9 o'clock and they're tired, and that's when accidents happen. That's when Roman candles go off in kids' faces when they're tired.
That is. So hang on. So what's going on here? How are you wrapping up this podcast? Just a gripe with Guy Fawkes.
It's just a Matariki idea. I'm just spitballing around Matariki.
No,
because for you, I said, what does Matariki mean to you? And you were like, and you can now say letting off fireworks.
Yeah, letting off fireworks is a better thing than going down at 6 a.m. to the
end of your driveway, because that's Anzac Day. So that's COVID Anzac.
Well, I mean, maybe people should do it daily.
What, go to the end of the driveway and stand
just
there?
Salute.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing.
But I also agree. Let's bring fireworks to Matariki, and Guy Fawkes can fuck off.
He totally can.
What a wound to Guy Fawkes is. He doesn't deserve that.
Also, who cares? No one cares anymore. So
I think maybe you should have a public holiday and we shift fireworks to you, because you just kind of enjoyed blowing shit up. And I mean that, kids, professionally, personally, mentally.
Well, there's a big campaign to ban fireworks from people who've got animals and stuff.
Especially over your way.
But it's so much fun. Kids love it.
Yeah, it's great it's easy parenting, isn't it?
Yeah, I loved growing up. I tell you what's demasculating. That's some other dude coming around your house and lighting fireworks at your house.
Yeah, that is
in front of your kids.
Add that to the list.
Add that to the list, because that is get off my property. Yeah. I am the one lighting. I am the one putting my kids in danger, and I am the one torturing my pets. Okay, not you.
I agree.
Get out.
Every kid at some point needs to go down to Coldwell High School, jump in on the basketball court there, where there's 4 brick walls around it, and let off 45 Roman candles with your mates.
Yep.
And
with safety goggles on.
With safety goggles on. That's fucking living, and that's how us as a nation continue to produce some quality exports.
Yeah.
Via people. We're just over delivering. So that's what. Yeah, I agree.
And also make sure you got in your back pocket the biggest firework possible, because when another dude turns up to your house with a bigger firework than you're operating, you've got to be able to go inside and get a bigger one.
Yes.
Otherwise, your kids will go, oh, how come Steve had a way better fight? And you're like, fucking Steve.
Okay.
Fuck you, Steve.
That's a niche.
And then he's inside shouting him with knives.
Yeah. Same guy.
Poke him with fire.
Anyway, we seem to have got massively waylaid there. We'll come back to that on
Anyway, hey, have a great long weekend. Everyone will see you Monday.
Love yous. Fuck yous. Up the Satyrs, by the way.
Oh, piss off.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.